Choosing the right material for chainmail. Hello everybody, I'm Christy with Christy E Creations and a chainmail artist located in Texas. So, choosing the right material. First off, I'm going to explain a little bit what material is. For me, on all material, it is jump rings. Most chainmail nowadays are used jump rings. There's some other variations that I'm not knowledgeable on that I will hopefully one day be able to talk about, but at this time. So this is a jump ring. It is a round piece of wire that's already been cut and has a slight opening that you will work back and forth to close. And that is what you'll need for your material wise for chainmail. But what type of material do you want to work with? Because there are a number of them. Just some of them are aluminum, stainless steel, oxidized aluminum like that ring I just showed you, copper, brass, titanium, niobium, and bronze are just some off the top of my head. And of course, there are probably more precious metals you can get as well, but these are the ones I know for sure that are available pretty easily to find and with the different chainmail websites I use. So, as a beginner, and I still now, I started with aluminum, and I really like working with aluminum. I occasionally will use copper, or enameled copper, which is colored copper, and stainless steel, which is all just one color. Kind of looks like bright aluminum, but it's a little bit different metal and a little more durable compared to aluminum. So first off, I'm going to go switch to niobium, depending on how you pronounce it, first. It is a hyperallergenic metal, and it can be colored. Depending on your price range, as you start out, it may be a little too much because it's not precious metal prices, but it's up there for an ounce. Or at least the sites that I look at, it's up there. Obviously, aluminum is my go-to. Most aluminum you can get under $10 for an ounce. Some companies will already have it cleaned up and everything for you, so you don't have to worry about that. Others, you may feel grimy and stuff on it, and you will have to clean it yourself. Stainless steel, the same thing with the company I order. You don't have to worry about cleaning it. Other companies you do. It is more durable than aluminum, but so far I've never had any issues with my aluminum, so I will always go towards it first. Copper is extremely soft metal. When I work with it, I have to remind myself on my grip, I have to adjust because I will actually squish the ring I'm working with. And enamel copper is where you can get some other copper colors. Of course, you can also get colors in titanium and niobium, like I said. Of course, and there is brass and bronze, which is other type of metals. Besides for the metals, you also have to worry about gauges. So there is a standard wire gauge and American wire gauge. And they are different sizes, so they do not mesh. So for the companies I order from that are in America, I do get the American wire gauge. And of course, if I go outside, most of them are in standard wire gauge, besides for one or two, which I know a person I order from in Australia has American wire gauge as well. So that is something you have to watch out for, especially if you're following tutorials. And with that, they may bring in the AR, which is great. Asperaria ratio, I think is what it's called. I may be butchering the name. So that's a little different variation of figuring out the ring size. Now, also besides gauge, there are rings, which is just the thickness of the wire itself. What I said, American wire gauge and standard wire gauge are two different ones. But so that just the gauge itself's thickness. So that would be the. Let me grab a plier to make it easier for you. So that would be the thickness of the ring. Now this way, the roundness is the size, which also comes in so many different things that you need for different tutorials. You'll have to watch out for that, and some of them use millimeters, and some of them use the inches and variations. So you'll also have to watch out how they list it And for the aspect ratio, some do the inner diameter and some people do the outer diameter. That's another thing you have to watch for. Now, the last thing on material is saw cut versus machine cut. I always buy saw cut because I want the perfect clean line. So this, again, right here, let me open this so y'all can see it a little better. Like I said, I work with saw cut. So, as you can, let me kind of see, that is a lot cleaner line, where if it was machine cut, it would be pinched. Now, if you're doing a huge armor piece and you're not worried about it catching on anything, I would say go ahead and go with machine cut because they're sometimes a little cheaper than saw cut. But if you want a smooth finish, especially if you're wearing it for jewelry, I would recommend saw cut. So this is a little bit about the materials you can use with chainmail. There's probably more that I don't know about. And if you have any, I'd love to read them in the comments. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you'll have a great day.